Dwayne here from moddersinc. We'll be taking a look at the Thermaltake Core P1 ITX Mini case. So on the bench today we've got the Thermaltake Core P1, which is a mini ITX case. It's an open air case. It's the smaller brother, I will call it, to the P5. The dimensions are only 16 inches tall by about 13 inches wide and about 15 inches deep. So as you can tell by those numbers, it is really quite small. We'll dive into it. We'll open up the box, see what we've got, take a look at some stuff. Maybe we'll put it together, maybe we won't put it together. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll make 2 videos. Alright, so I just happen to have my box cutter with me. Gosh, it just appeared. I don't know how that happens. So we'll do that. Remember, try to cut away from yourself. I didn't at the beginning there, but it's the best to try to cut away from yourself in case something slips and, well. I mean, definitely it's got some heavy duty styrofoam that's wrapped around it, which is great. You just got to remember it does have glass with it. So the front panel is a 5mm thick tempered glass. So they got to make sure that that arrives to you safely and in one piece. Take off the top. So we can put that over there. Yeah, the instructions looks like this time are on the outside. Remember on the P5 it was on the inside of the case. So this makes it a little nicer. Right on top, got the tempered glass. Yeah, it looks like it's smoked. Yeah, slightly smoked. So that's not too bad. It's already got the rubber installed so that when you put the screws to there, it'll hold it on nice and tight. We'll put this over there. No, I'm not going to throw that. Looks like they get the case wrapped up in plastic. Probably 1 or 2 mil, maybe thick plastic. Just enough to make sure that when it sits in the styrofoam that it doesn't get scratched up in the transit. Cool. So you can take this unit and you can assemble it, and you can actually mount it to the wall if you want. Make a wall art if you like. You can do the standard case where it stands up in the vertical position. Or what's even kind of cooler is you can take it and put it in the horizontal position. It comes with some rubber feet to put on the bottom side. So you can actually put it in the horizontal position. You would have your glass panel on top, and nowadays with all the LCD panels being so light, you can actually put it on your desk, have it all set up, and then put your monitor on top of that. It might be just right at the right level for you. Just something to think about. Or you can put it in your room on a table, use it as an end table. I wouldn't put your drinks on it though, but you can maybe put your magazines or maybe just some kind of weird stuff that you want to put in your room, who knows. So as you can see, it is really quite small. Compact. If you don't want the big brother, you can always get the little brother. I'm sure that there is a way of getting this off. There is. Sometimes you just have to think about it. Nice. Magnetic filter screen that goes on the back side. Good deal. There is something on the inside. Like the cables come with it. Well, of course they come with it. These are for your I/O ports on the front. So you do get 2 USB 3 ports. From the front side, your on-off buttons, and I think maybe there is, yeah, your audio is of course down there, your inputs. I was looking to see if it was a reset button. Not as common as it used to be. Do have a box in here, and let's see what's in the box. Getting excited. And in the box, yes, is the cable. It's the VGA cable, the ribbon cable. So with the case, you do get 2 2.5 external drive bays. So it's on the outside, I'm going to call it the outside of the case. It's actually the visible side. You can put 2 2.5 drives on the outside. On the inside, you can also put more drives. So you can put another 2.5 drive, or you can also put a 3.5 drive, which can also hold a 2.5 drive. So you can have a standard hard drive in there for all your storage if you like, and then you can put quite a few little SSD drives in there, which is great. And on the inside, we can see where all the other modular pieces are at. So it looks like we've got the bottom feet, got the riser, looks like the I/O plate in the back on the back side of that, power supply stuff. We'll dive into that a little farther into it. So yes, we do have the feet. These feet look like about the same size as the one on the original P5, actually. They look pretty big. Nice, good size, strong. Got the rubber on the bottom of them. Shouldn't be able to move around. Oh yeah, nice firm grip. Nice firm grip on that. Except we got all the accessories here. We got the rubber pieces, black zip ties, speaker. Sometimes you don't always get that. That's always really nice. If you notice that you don't get that all the time. It's the little speaker that plugs into the motherboard, so that if you have an error codes when you're trying to boot up your computer, it goes beep, long beeps, or short beeps to tell you that the memory isn't wrong or whatever else you screwed up. And like I said, this looks like the riser card holder, so you can put it in there and you can put the card up actually in a horizontal vertical position. The I/O plates on the back side. It looks like some more brackets. We'll find out what those go for. And there's like a power supply. Maybe these are all for the power supply. It does have just one for, looks like a video card. So, and like I said, I think that is for, I don't know. We'll find out. Oops, there's a box in here too. Heavy box. So that box, I can tell you right now, by the weight of it, is actually the chrome standoffs for the glass. Just to prove that I'm right, or to prove that I'm wrong. So, yeah. So it is the standoffs that go onto this case so that you can attach the glass on the other side. So this does have a Phillips screw on the back side of it that will attach to that, and then on this side you just unscrew the chrome cap, which goes through the glass and then mounts back onto this piece. If you want to water cool this, most certainly you can do so. It's set up to do that. You can just jump on over to Thermaltake site. You can look and see and find out their all-in-one systems. You can get one with a 120 millimeter radiator, bolts right in. You can also do one with a 240 millimeter radiator. Again, bolts right in, no extra brackets or anything else is needed. If you want to do a DIY, again, check out their stuff. They have the hard lines and the fittings and the pumps. You can do that with this as well. So you can create your own, or you can just buy what they have already made for you. Backside. Again, plenty of space to do what you want to do up there. These are like these brackets here. These brackets here can be removed so that you can mount the radiator directly to the frame. Nice sturdy back. Plenty of airflow. I love that. Plenty of airflow. So I've decided to go ahead and put the Core P1 together. At the end of this video, you're already going to see it assembled. I'm going to put it together in another video, so if you want to go and see me put it together, you can go check out the other video, or you can just stay in this video and see it all together at the end, and then we'll go over the details of it being assembled. Well, here we go. I've got the Thermaltake Core P1 Mini ITX case all put together. Nice case, got the glass front on there, plenty of space to put all your hardware inside. You can put your water pumps here, your radiators here if you're going to be do the DIY thing. Or you can do the all-in-one. Same thing, your radiators can go over here. Plenty of space for that. Power supply goes down on the bottom. You can put just about any size power supply in there. Do check, they do say there is a limitation on size, but I think if As long as your power supply is not like 3 feet long, I think you're going to be okay with the same thing with an air cooler. If you want to go air cooling, there is a limitation on the side. Check out the site, but I do believe it was about 170 or 180, but go check it out to confirm that. Again, you can put in 3 SSD drives easily, plus 1 regular drive in the back, or you can actually add another SSD drive in that. I've touched on it many times about the size of it, and it's called a mini ITX case. It's just how mini is it? You know, I keep saying how big the big brother is. Well, let's look at it. The P5, the P1, the P5, the P1. So as you can see, there is quite the difference in the size of the two cases. If you want to try and put the biggest badass stuff that you can find, stuff everything that you can find in your room into this thing, this is what you're going to put it into. If you have limited space, if you want to build something different, if you want to have it in the living room, maybe next to your computer, maybe you want to do something else with it, this is where you need to go. I really do think if you put like just air cooling in this and you have just a regular power supply, it's going to be fairly light. It's not going to be that heavy, and it'd be great to take to a LAN, maybe over to your buddy's house, or just to move into another room. This one, when it gets loaded, a little more tough to handle that way. But you do have the two different options. I hope you enjoyed the video about the Thermaltake Core P1 Mini ITX case. I enjoyed showing you guys how to put it together. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. Also subscribe to our channel. Check out some of these other videos.